Introductions for the challenger, Rich Swann. Did you hear that, by the way? There's an audience chanting Swann.
Well, Swann, of course, one of the most popular high flyers all over the world.
Look at the intensity in Trent Barreta while he's being announced. Even referee Jamie Tucker's a little concerned there.
What is he saying here, Trevor?
I'm wondering the same thing because the audience laughed. Trent does not look happy about that MSL.
You mentioned before Trent Barreta holding 2 championships, and if you look at some of the greats, for instance, in the history of tennis, that not only would win singles championships, but also win doubles championships, sometimes at the same time. And what better achievement could there be in any sport to dominate 2 divisions like that?
And there's Trent given that championship. In fact, it gets real weird with that thing.
As we see the FIP Heavyweight Championship of the World held up there by the referee. And really, you look at some of the sports greats, not just in tennis, all sorts of sports. You look at boxing, Floyd Mayweather holding world titles in 2 divisions. Trent Barreta deserves that same sort of recognition.
So Swann there starting a chant of Jai-Yo.
What does that mean, Trent?
It's kind of like a let's go, for lack of a better way to translate it. Listen to this crowd.
I don't speak Chinese. I only speak English and Carney. So you're going to have to translate for me here.
This crowd's going nuts. So Trent, he, as you said, being a man who's literally been the FIP champion, he has one of the longest championship reigns, by the way, as an FIP champion. And let me word this properly, a world heavyweight champion. And if there's ever a doubt, and I know this title's been defended in the UK and other places, but here we are in freaking China, the first world heavyweight championship defense by FIP in China.
And Trevin, as you know, I'm an honorable broadcast journalist bound by ethics, so I gotta put my personal bias aside. I have to ignore the fact that I had a client that was screwed out of the FIP World Heavyweight Championship, and I have to right now call this thing as unbiased as possible. And right now, I think the referee needs to focus on the match. I'm not sure why he's jawing right there at ringside.
I'm sure, sir, because Caleb Conley clearly trying to get involved already. This match just began.
I saw nothing like that. I don't know if my monitor needs Windex, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, thankfully, Jamie Tucker's got his eye on the ball here, looking to get this match started. This is your main event tonight. Still Jai-Yo chants as well. This is pretty cool. But these two guys, no strangers to one another, to use a cliche. Hell, I mean, some of the matches these guys have had, in fact, I believe it was Trent's maybe first defense, literally, with that championship. These guys have been tearing it up all over the independent scene, all over the World Wrestling Network.
Great show of strength there by Trent Barreta to throw Rich Swann to the mat. And if you're Trent Barreta, let's face it, he's got the height advantage here, and he needs to make sure to take advantage of that as often as possible.
Well, and you can see he's not afraid to jaw jack with the audience as well. Get a little bit of a rub down from Caleb Conley.
He's got a secretary. He's got a personal masseuse. This is the respect that you deserve when you're the heavyweight champion.
At the press conference, November 9th, the night before our first event, we had all of the champions. In fact, I was lucky enough to be sitting in the front. All of the champions sitting in a row. And I got to say, literally, using that word too much, Trent looked like a champion. Head and shoulders above everybody else in that row. And Trent just... To say that this man has the look of a champion is an understatement.
Well, both of these guys are big-time superstars here in the World Wrestling Network. Two of the most talented wrestlers that I've ever seen. And I'm very interested to see who can set the pace in this match. Will it be Rich Swann able to use that quickness, or will Trent Barreta be able to nullify that here in the early going?
Well, thus far it looks like Trent's the man who is setting that pace right there. Making sure this audience knows his name.
Everybody knows his name, Trevin. He's the World Heavyweight Champion. I actually got a fortune cookie once that had his name inside.
Funny story, I haven't seen a single fortune cookie since I've been in China, but back to the action. These two men sizing each other up. going back to your point about the pace, I think Trent is 100% controlling this pace. He's got his own cheering section, we can see.
I'm trying to contain myself here. I don't want to start cheering. I know I have to be unbiased here. But I got to say right now that Trent Barreta, I'm very impressed with the strategy here. And every time Rich Swann's got him in that headlock, Trent Barreta's found a way out. And I think Trent Barreta is showing Rich Swann that Rich Swann, you're not going to be able to outmuscle Trent Barreta. Trent Barreta's just too big.
You're at MSL, look at that, he's showing it right now. Just knocking Rich right off his feet. Now, gotta ask, is this a mistake? He's setting the pace, but is he taking Rich Swann seriously?
Trent Barreta knows what he's doing. Trent Barreta's pacing himself. If Trent Barreta wants to take a breather, if Trent Barreta wants to take his time, he's the heavyweight champion of the world. He can do whatever he damn pleases.
Oh, Trent Barreta chant there about too deep. Looks like thumbs down is an international sign.
Nice headlock takedown there from Trent Barreta. And once again, Trent Barreta, ever since he won the title, we've seen his attitude shift. And I like it. I like the new, cocky Trent Barreta. Something has clicked inside of him, and he's realized, I've got this title now, and I can do whatever I want.
Jayo chant starting again from Rich Swann. Swann's starting to power back up. Trent is definitely a bigger man, and he's got the height advantage, the arm reach advantage. But look at that, Swann got out, got him back into that headlock. Notice you didn't mention Jamie Tucker doing his job and actually making sure. Oh, little showmanship there, huh?
Wow, beautiful front flip, lands right on his feet, hits the drop kick, and there's the great athleticism that we've talked about from Rich Swann.
Followed up with a chop in the corner. Rich Swann is one of a kind, my friend. Looks like Trent's not enjoying these chops.
You hear the loud woos from the fans here in China. It looks like a knife-edge chop is universal as well.
It sure is. I hear counting, I can't tell which language it's in, but they're on for this as well. Working Trent in the corner. Sizing him up, and oh, another chop. Knocking Trent right off his feet.
Trent Barreta, in my opinion, needs to roll out right here, regroup, catch his breath. Things aren't going his way right now. He's got help on the outside. It's time for him to take a timeout.
It looks like he's listening to you, MSL.
Oh, great minds think alike.
Trent regrouping with the rest of the Premier Athlete brand there. He's asking where his championship is.
Who came up with that name, Trevor?
I guess these guys did, or maybe Anthony Nice.
Because it's a great description of what Trent Barreta has become.
Whoa.
He is a premier athlete in the world and here in the World Wrestling Network.
Well, this Premier Athlete's grabbed his championship. He's taken off, but it looks like Rich Swann's having none of that. Oh, in there with a fist to the face. But now, the proverbial numbers game, you can see Su Young's distracting him. Here comes Caleb Conley getting in Rich's face. We're going to have some problems here outside the ring, but Jamie Tucker.
What? All they were doing were minding their own business, and this corrupt referee is throwing them out. This is an injustice that has occurred here during this match, and Trent Barreta right now, I think he should just leave.
Well, Trent was trying, but he's alone now, my friend. Jamie Tucker doing his job, telling the Premier Athlete brand, get in the back. Trent might be in some trouble.
All Trent was doing was chatting with his friends. He was attacked from behind by that cowardly Rich Swann. I believe Trent has a count of 20 to get back in the ring. What was the rush? There's no reason to hit a man from behind.
We can see Trent there, able to pull Jamie Tucker in front of him and just manage to stop Rich from doing the springboard.
Beautiful super kick by Trent Barreta right to the face of Rich Swann, who went flying about 30 feet to the outside. One of the most incredible moves that I've seen here tonight. What a kick from Trent Barreta.
Swann trying to get back to his feet. You can see the entire audience there on the side. Seating is such that where those folks are, there's actually technically not seats. but everybody's on their feet and have moved over as this event has went on.
Well, standing room only here for some of these fans at ringside. Incredible crowd here, and showing their appreciation for the incredible athleticism in this match. And Trent Barreta now firmly in control, where I predicted he would be, and what a great champion Trent Barreta has been, and hopefully will continue to be the champion for years to come.
Well, and he's definitely crafty. I mean, whether you want to say he did or didn't pull Jamie Tucker in front of him on purpose,
he didn't.
It's put Trent back in control with the high knee to Rich Swann's face.
Huge lariat coming off the ropes. Goes for the pin.
2. Swann manages to kick out, but you can see Swann's feeling it.
Split second away from retaining his championship here in China. And you can now see Trent Barreta is warmed up. He's coming into his own. He's stalking his prey. And he's ready to take apart Rich Swann. And he's enjoying it. Look at his face. The joy in his face as he punishes Rich Swann.
Trent is in front of an audience of 2,500 folks. Great fans in China. And in fact, if you look outside the ring, those are reporters. The press coverage this event is getting, MSL.
Well, it's been huge news here in China that the heavyweight champion of the world has come to town. The press has come from all over the country to cover this match. And why shouldn't they? Trent Barreta and Rich Swann, 2 top athletes, fighting right now for the heavyweight championship.
And Trent manages a 2 count there on Swann. Back in control. And in fact, I probably shouldn't admit this, but indeed, the heavyweight champion of the world came to Imai, and there were cardboard cutouts of him, and I took a picture with them earlier.
As there should be. And I love the strategy here from Trent Barreta. He's not going to make Rich Swann tap out to this chin lock. We know Rich Swann is a great competitor, but he's wearing him down, he's keeping him grounded, and Trent Barreta right now is getting to catch his breath while the breath is being ripped out of Rich Swann.
Crowd chanting Jai-O for Rich Swann again. Swann's back to his feet. Looks like Trent's still in control, though. Well, I take that back.
Now, what do you think of this pink outfit on Rich Swann? I think Rich Swann looks like the secretary.
I think there's a long history of men who wear pink and black in this business. I don't think anybody's going to question Rich's choice of colors.
I'm questioning it. I'll question whatever I want.
Well, Trent reverses the Irish whip into the corner.
Sternum first, right into that turnbuckle. The fans at home are thinking to themselves, what's the big deal? There's a pad there. It's about a 1/4 inch of padding around a steel screw, as well as those stiff cables that connect in that corner. And when you're being thrown that hard and that fast, that amount of force right in your sternum, that could cause a serious injury.
Oh, I wholly agree. And Trent Barreta, you can see him there mocking these fans in China as they're chanting Jai-O.
Could be trying to suplex him to the floor here.
Oh, Rich blocks it. Trent tries again. This is dangerous, MSL. Both men there on the ring apron.
Referee almost got hit there. Could he be going for a Death Valley driver on the apron?
Swann's fighting it. Both of these men are definitely not in the territory you'd want to be in.
We've already seen Rich Swann go flying from the apron to the floor. Could another competitor here be ending up on that hard floor? They're going back and forth. They're holding on for dear life.
Forearm after forearm. These guys. Trent goading Rich Swann. Ooh, what a kick.
Unbelievable! Oh my God, right on the back. Rich Swann could have a back fracture from that. The way that wood connects in that corner, so dangerous to land on that.
Yeah, I'm without words, MSL. You would ask, was there going to be the Death Valley drive, or what might happen there on the ring apron?
Well, it just shows how ruthless Trent Barreta is. There's some guys that just want to win the match. There's other guys that want to hurt their opponent. And personally, I like the vindictiveness that I'm seeing here from Trent Barreta. Because to do that to another human, spine first on that wood in the corner, so dangerous. And Trenton's loving every second of it.
Looks like Trent might be willing to take the count-out victory here.
A win is a win, Trevin.
I'm hearing up to 16 right now. We're almost at 20.
He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it.
Literally in the nick of time. Trent looks extremely frustrated, MSL.
And I'm with Trent. I can't believe it. The fortitude that Rich Swann has shown here to get back in the ring. But it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter because Trent Barreta has got Rich Swann right where he wants him. Rich Swann may have found a way back in the ring, but there's no way he's going to find a way to recover from that. His back has got to be killing him.
Adding insult to injury there, Trent Barreta literally having fingers and noses and mouths.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, Trevin.
Trent mocking this Chinese audience again. Jai-O chants, nevertheless.
You mentioned that there was a cardboard cutout of our world heavyweight champion, but for someone as great as Trent Barreta, there should have been a 30-foot bronze statue for Trent Barreta. So maybe he feels disrespected here by these fans.
Swann in a lot of trouble here in the corner, hooking on, trying to protect himself. If Trent hits this superplex, I think this might be it.
He's going for another big move here. Rich Swann trying to fight it off. Those close fists right to the rib cage. Oh, huge headbutt to the head, and Trent Barreta goes down.
Swann known for his high-flying maneuvers. Trent could be in some trouble. What a missile drop kick.
Trent goes flying all the way across the ring. Great move there from Rich Swann. Can he capitalize here? He's got the champion down. He's got the champion hurt. Can Rich Swann get to his feet?
Both men are down. They got 10 to get up. And the champion's to his feet first.
See the flurry of fists from Rich Swann fighting back, throwing in some chops as well. A burst of energy from Rich Swann. Huge spinning neck breaker as the challenger here. Ooh. Oh, unbelievable. Steps off the shoulder, kicks him on the top of the head. This could be it.
2 count only.
What would you even call that, Trevin? Just stomped her right on the top of the head.
Oh, I'm sure someone knows the name of that move, but I'm not going to pretend it's me, my friend.
Isn't that your job, to know the name of that move?
You would think so. But I'm an ambassador, damn it. Swann getting back to his feet. Trent looks like he's in a lot of trouble. But both of these men, MSL, the toll this match has taken on them thus far. 3rd night in the tour. They've all had killer matches every single night. Trent defending another championship every single night.
Well, clearly Rich Swann's back is still hurting him because you saw him limp his way over to Trent Barreta. He's got Trent hurt, but he really hasn't been able to take advantage because of that back injury.
Oh, cutter. There we go. 1, 2. We're at 2 only, MSL.
The resilience of the champion here. I'll give him his due. Great move there from Rich Swann. Flipping off the rope, hitting an ace crusher out of nowhere, but it was not enough to put away the champion. What is Rich Swann going to come up with next?
Well, he's getting to the top rope. Known for the Phoenix Splash.
Oh, went for the big frog splash. Nobody home. Trent Barreta, this isn't his first rodeo, okay? He's scouted his opponents. He's put in the work. He knows what's coming. He gets out of the way. And right now, you look at the face of Trent Barreta. It looks like a man that's ready to go for the kill.
Now, the determination of Trent Barreta. It's almost like he's stalking his prey in Rich Swann. Well, you said it. This man is a champion. Been a champion for over a year, and he's looking like a champion right now.
Looks like, is he going for another superplex here? I don't know if this is a good idea because Rich Swann has shown he's scouted the superplex. He's been able to get at it. But Trent Barreta right now, very persistent and I guess hard-headed. He wants that superplex, do or die.
Well, that slap across the face knocked him silly. But Trent's, I take it back, he's already back on his feet.
Belly-to-belly suplex from the champion sends Rich Swann head over heels. Incredible throw from the top rope.
With a knee right to the face.
The bicycle flying knee from Trent Barreta. This could be it.
How the hell did Rich Swann just kick out?
Well, we knew at the start of the match, Trevin, that it was 2 great athletes here going at it. Can't take anything away from either one of them. the great champion that we've had, one of the top challengers that we've seen in quite some time, leaving it all out in the ring here in China, just back and forth, such incredible moves. Rich Swann, the poor guy, got kneed right in the face, and still he found a way to kick out.
You're in the ring with a goddamn champion. Do you understand me? In the ropes.
Well, you hear Trent Barreta right there letting Rich know he doesn't measure up to the champion. Totally disrespecting the challenger here.
Well, we're seeing some frustration now. Oh, spit right in the face. Are you kidding me?
I'll let you know what Trent Barreta thinks about Rich.
Well, I was just going to say we're seeing frustration now from the champion. He's pulled out all the stops. He still has not been able to put away Rich Swann. But I don't think it was a good idea to spit in a man's face, because Rich Swann now is just letting Trent Barreta have it.
With a kick right to the head after that flurry of punches. Both men off their feet. Oh, take it back. Look at Rich Swann.
It's one thing to call a man names. It's one thing to drop a man on his head. But to spit in his face is as low as you can go. And I'm all for it. I'm not criticizing him for it. Oh, low blow.
Distraction from Caleb Conley.
Great
Low
teamwork
blow.
here. Great teamwork.
Roll up. 1, 2. Rich Swann somehow kicks out. MSL, that was shades earlier in the evening. Similar type situation. Caleb Conley able to defeat Timothy Thatcher because of Trent Barreta getting involved.
It's great teamwork. If the ref doesn't see it, it's legal. And, hey, it's up to WWN officials. If you got guys at ringside, maybe you need more referees. But if you can get away with it, I'm all for it. And I hope right now Trent Barreta can put this guy away.
Caleb Conley's went back to the back, but it's back. Oh!
540 kick from Rich Swann. Levels Trent Barreta. Maybe going for that frog splash again. Let's see what he's got in mind here.
Indeed, hits the frog splash. 1, 2, 3. We have a new FIP World Heavyweight Champion.
Unbelievable. A new champion crowned here in China. Rich Swann finally able to get the frog splash.
MSL, do you realize this is the first World Heavyweight Championship change of a championship in the history of China?
What a historic moment here for Rich Swann. Trent Barreta gave it all that he had. He had help from the outside, and somehow, some way, one man outnumbered overcame the odds to be crowned the new FIP Heavyweight Champion of the world.